Well, everybody, so much for finding a girlfriend for the summer. I am really sad right now. Apologies if I sound a little weird. I've been crying a lot. I finally mustered the courage to talk about this. Smash Together is an app that was going to come out, but it just came out that they got cease and desisted by Nintendo. I cannot believe it. It is, of course, a national travesty. They announced this about a year ago, but they announced the beta 5 days ago on May 13th. Literally 2 days after that is when the open beta was supposed to come out. I was really looking forward to testing it out. But no, of course, this whole thing had to get cease and desisted by Nintendo, so of course I have them to blame if I never end up getting married. Okay, so I really think that this whole thing was, in all seriousness, actually a joke. I want to say that first and foremost, and I will get to why I think that is, but there is actually a fair chance that this maybe actually was, like, legit, and maybe it did get cease and desisted by Nintendo, but I actually don't think it did. I think it was a joke. So anyway, what exactly is this? So about a year ago, this was announced, not by Nintendo. This was going to be apparently an unofficial app called Smash Together, just a brilliant name. The premium dating site for Super Smash Bros. Enjoyers of all kinds. Meet your dream doubles partner in and out of Smash with our robust matchmaking algorithm tailored to connect you with your ideal Smash partner. More details to come. Yeah, I was really looking forward to it. You can see that even from a year ago with this rough draft, they really had a solid image of what this was supposed to be. You have here PSI NES Master. That's a great name. I'm sure that is by no means an innuendo of any kind or a hidden meaning. So yeah, the whole thing was going to be Super Smash Bros. Themed. Now, I will say though, this whole thing did actually get quite a good following. I didn't know about it until today, to be totally transparent, but you know, it's an interesting idea, I'll give it that. So I see that there have been, a fair amount of like game journalist websites that have actually talked about this, saying that, Nintendo did actually do a cease and desist of sorts here, obviously referencing that post from 5 days ago. But the thing is, and the main reason why I do think that this whole thing is a joke, besides the fact that it is obviously just all around hilarious, is this post right here that it looks like was made right after the cease and desist announcement. They say this was the greatest bit ever. If you're optimistic on wanting this to have actually been a thing, I mean, you could maybe think that by this they still mean that it was actually going to be a thing, but that maybe they just never thought it was actually going to be allowed by Nintendo. Obviously, though, I would say that this means that it was just a joke, it was a meme, it was just a good time for all. But my god, I just have to say that if this whole thing was actually real, this will go down in history as the greatest cease and desist by Nintendo of all time. Smash Together, I really wish that it was a real thing. Unfortunately, it is not going to come to fruition. Whether or not it actually was a real concept, that is for you to decide.